Undisputed, live from Los Angeles. I'm Jenny Taft here with Skip Bayless and Shannon Sharp.
Hi, Jenny. How are you today?
Good. How are you?
Like the green top, the hair back. It's just sensational. Now,
compliments.
How about let's talk some sports now? How about it? Yeah? Yeah? Next. You ready? You ready?
That's it?
For the whole
Oh,
team.
we're gonna do it like
I got the
that?
whole team. Nah, I'm going to be consistent.
Huh?
She just
Can
knows
we
it.
just get on with the show now?
Yeah, I'm
Get
ready.
through all this baloney, phony
See,
baloney.
I told you, Jenny, I told you.
So that was phony.
No,
what you
that
just
mine
did.
was authentic. Mine was genuine from
No, I
the
already-
heart, Jenny.
I already done gave it to her. I gave her a compliment
Did
before
you?
you even get out here.
Oh, so you guys been having like off-camera conversations, right?
Yes, occasionally. I'm free anytime you want to grab coffee.
Oh, really?
Get to know each other.
How can I work into his schedule?
It is going to be hard. It's going to be hard. Coming up on today's show, the Eagles could make a big trade. The Patriots are being disrespected, much like me. And Des Bryant is not happy with Shannon for a change. Let's start
Yep,
with the
neither is
Lakers. LeBron's move to LA got a lot of attention, but there will be even more buzz tonight when the Lakers face the defending champion Warriors in a preseason game in Vegas. Lonzo Ball is expected to come off the bench and play with his new teammate tonight for the first time since surgery for a torn meniscus. LeBron said about Lonzo, quote, "He's looked pretty good." Shannon, how will Lonzo look with LeBron tonight?
I think it will be very, very interesting how it looks tonight, Skip, because I don't think LeBron James has ever played with a guy that reminds him so much of himself, who can rebound, who can assist the ball, who's looking to get others involved before he scores himself. Now, I don't believe Lonzo will ever be the scorer, and we don't think of LeBron as a scorer, but he averages over 20.
I think of him as a scorer, but go ahead.
Yeah, but he averages over
He always
20.
says he's not a scorer,
Right.
but
well,
that's what he
we
does.
think of scores like Kevin Durant,
Okay.
James Harden.
All right.
We look at guys like that as scorers. Michael Jordan was a scorer. We don't
Can
look at...
LeBron get 50? Yeah, he can.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Go ahead.
First of all, why are you talking? You told Jenny, let's go ahead and move this thing along.
Sometimes you need help.
I don't need any help.
You need to
I might need
be
help, but not
finessed
from
back
you.
onto track. You get off track.
I don't need help.
And you need some schooling occasionally, but go ahead.
But we've never seen LeBron play with a guy like this. Normally, LeBron is surrounded by shooters. He's always his number two normally. D Wade in Miami could go get buckets. Kyrie in Cleveland could go get buckets. And so we've never seen LeBron play with someone like this. It's going to be very interesting because we didn't think Chris Paul and James Harden would work out as seamlessly as it did.
I didn't.
Now, they spent a lot of time, Skip, in the offseason at UCLA working, trying to get their games together. But I think
How many times were LeBron and Lonzo at UCLA? I'm just asking a quick question.
if I'm not mistaken, Jenny, did Lonzo have surgery this offseason?
Yes, he did.
So he was at UCLA having surgery.
Yeah.
Was LeBron having surgery?
But for much of the offseason, he was having PRP shots trying to avoid surgery, just for the record.
So if he's having PRP shots, the one thing they tell you is to stay off the leg.
I don't know about that, but go ahead.
Well, what's the sense of having PRP if you're going to go back out there and jump, hop, and skip?
You have an instant healing from PRP.
No,
I've had them. I like them.
Yeah.
I need another one right now. Go ahead.
Are you done with your...
Yep.
This is not about you, Skip Bayless, and your antics. Now, I wish...
antics?
Yes. Stop interrupting
My
me. And
wisdom, you
let me make my point.
Okay.
So, with that being said, I don't know how well this is going to work, Skip, unless they stagger Lonzo and LeBron's minutes. But here's the problem. You still have three guys on the team that can bring the ball up the court. Two other than LeBron, Ingram and Rondo. So how much are you going to stagger his minutes, and how many minutes is
I don't know.
is Lonzo going to get? It's going to be interesting again to see the lineup that Luke Walton, because I'm sure he'll be tinkering. Is he ever going to play Lonzo, Rondo, and Bron together?
I don't know.
So that's what I'm looking to see. How would this thing work out? Because LeBron is playing with a guy that's as unselfish as he is, and that three, he worked on his shot. So he's going to get a lot of uncontested threes, Skip, because LeBron is going to drive and kick.
Yep.
That's what he does.
Or he just looks over the defense and kicks.
Yes.
You know?
So it's going to be interesting. I don't know. You don't know. Well, maybe you do because you know you Skip.
Yeah, I'm Skip. So, you can say this is a bunch of phony baloney from me, but I'm going to give you this straight from the heart. I think that LeBron James and Lonzo Ball will be great together. I think they will be great for each other, and I especially think LeBron will be great for Lonzo and somewhat vice versa. But you hit the magic question, and I thought that this summed it all up. When Luke Walton said yesterday, when asked how many minutes Lonzo will play tonight, he said somewhere between 10 and 30. You ever heard a coach say, I think I'll play that guy somewhere between 10 and 30 minutes? Well, that just sums up what's going to happen this year, because I'd say almost every night it's going to be somewhere between 10 and 30. Depending on,
Lonzo.
I don't know what. Depending on Rondo, depending on Brandon Ingram, depending on the flow, depending on what LeBron likes, because LeBron loves him some veteran experience, been there and done that basketball players. And he loves Rondo's IQ, because he talks about Rondo's basketball IQ in the same level and atmosphere with his, right?
Yeah, and he loves Brandon Ingram's ability.
He loves his upside. And he thinks he's the one with the star quality on this team. And he still hasn't said a word about Kyle Kuzma. But I don't know I don't know what that's about.
Why are you trying to cause problems?
It's just this addition by subtraction thing that I don't know what's going on there. But between the lines, he's not talking about Kyle Kuzma. But maybe nobody from L.A., from the L.A. media, is asking about Kyle Kuzma, but I don't know. But the point is that tonight it's somewhere between 10 and 30.
Okay.
I don't know what that means, because Luke doesn't know what that means, and I don't know what Lonzo's
conditioning be a
role.
factor?
Well, obviously, he's got to try to play his way into basketball shape. But the point is, I don't know what his role is going forward. I don't know if he's going to be on the trade block. I'm going to guess no, because Magic Johnson tied a lot of his pride and reputation on the fact that he picked him with the number 2 overall pick, and I don't think he wants to swallow that just yet. Was Lonzo a little shaky last year? He was a lot shaky a lot of times. I saw flashes of goodness and greatness, and I saw a lot of, what are you doing? Because you're not even plugged in tonight. You're not even trying.
Skip, this will not be the first time that someone has traded the number 2 pick. Didn't Dallas trade Jason Kidd?
Yeah.
Okay.
But that was the Mavericks, who were in chaos. They had ownership chaos and GM chaos.
I know Jason Kidd wasn't from Dallas, Texas, so he didn't go to his hometown team. But at the end of the day, Magic Johnson has an obligation, if he feels he can make this team better by moving Lonzo, well, then he should do that.
So I often tell you that I try to look between the lines of what LeBron says, but in this case, I'm not going to look between the lines, because I think he is speaking from the heart when he speaks about a kindred spirit that is Lonzo Ball. Because I think Lonzo, of any other human on this planet, is the closest to being able to relate to what LeBron went through at age 18, or 15, 16, 17, and 18, and vice versa, that LeBron can relate to what Lonzo's gone through. And by the way, at least LeBron didn't, unfortunately, he didn't have a father around, but he didn't have a father like LeVar, who was just heaping impossible pressure on his shoulders as he came out of St. Vincent St. Mary, right?
Yeah, but maybe that could be a blessing and a curse, because he did have his father there every day to instill certain values, to make sure he was at practice, to drive him. Sometimes you need that extra boost, and when he maybe...
By the way, I think Mom did too, but go ahead.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, so it was great. You know, I don't always want to look at LeVar and some of his antics as being overbearing. I think he did a very good job with those boys. He did the best job that he possibly could, and it turned out okay. He has one son in the NBA, could possibly have another, the baby boy. We'll see.
He might, but Lonzo Ball to me comes across as a model citizen and a great kid. Like, I don't know what's not to like about him, except you don't love his game. You think he's got bust potential. I don't, but that's just, I want to get that on the record, because you've said that. You've come real close to calling him a bust.
No, I did not.
You just said he's not transcendent, but the translation
that's what you said. You said magic.
You know, I didn't say magic. I would never say anybody's magic. I just think he's going to be really, really good.
When I said Jason Kidd, you say he's going to be like Jason Kidd.
I think he could be better than Jason Kidd.
Jason Kidd's the all-time leader in assists.
Yeah.
Oh, no, Stockton is.
Yeah. So the reason LeBron speaks in such glowing terms of Lonzo Ball is that he relates to him, number one, but also rare game recognizes rare game. Lonzo has rare. Lonzo has unteachable, uncoachable gifts, especially the gift of passing the basketball. So where I think he could be great for LeBron, if in fact Lonzo gets to play with LeBron, is, as what did he say yesterday? Lonzo said, we play fast. What does Lonzo do best? He plays fast. Have you ever seen anybody much better at up-court passing than Lonzo Ball? Seriously.
Right, you're good at it.
And what did he just do to his body? Now, this is shocking, and I think we need to re-emphasize this. He said yesterday he has added 20 pounds. He said he went from 190 to 210. You know, and I know that's a whole lot of weight gain. And hopefully it looks like it's muscle mass gain as opposed to body fat gain. Did he change his diet? Because he was gummy bears last year. He was big gummy bears.
Yes.
And he actually bragged about it.
Fast food.
Okay, yep. Says he changed that radically and completely. I'm going to guess probably not, but maybe some.
Yes.
So can he carry 20 pounds and maintain his quickness? We're about to find out about that because that's going to be shocking for him when he gets in an NBA game.
And considering those knees.
Yeah, and knees. That's a good point.
PRP, he's had surgery on that knee, so it's going to be very important. I understand him gaining the weight, Skip, because maybe that helps him at the rim. Because for a point guard, he didn't finish at the rim as well as you thought he should.
I would totally agree with you.
So maybe that extra 20 pounds will help him at the rim.
And what is Chris Paul's greatest strength? His stature. He's built, man.
Yeah.
He's strong.
Yeah.
He plays strong. He can bounce you off him. He can create space, right?
Guys be trying to post him up. That little fire, he's like, I ain't going nowhere.
Oh, he's a little bulldog.
Yeah, he is.
Okay, so I think the 20 pounds, as he figures out how to carry it, will benefit him greatly. So what did Lonzo Ball do last year? He averaged 10 points, 7 rebounds, and 7 assists. The shocker is the 7 rebounds. And for much of the year, over Brook Lopez, he led the Lakers in rebounding. And I kept telling you, that's extraordinary.
Randall ended up leaving.
Okay, but he was over Brook for much of the
that's
year.
not saying nothing.
And then Randall came on at the end.
Yes.
Randall's no longer a Laker. That was a big loss, but whatever. We'll see.
Was it a big loss or a big gain? Because look what you got.
What'd you get?
You know what you... Stop it, Skip.
You mean the old guy? The 16th year guy?
You know what?
Oh, okay. So, well, the old guy. So my point is, what does Lonzo do? One of his greatest strengths, he rebounds the basketball. Right. I've told you before, he could easily, maybe not this year, but as he grows, I don't even know what his role is, but he could average 10 rebounds a game. I think he could average a triple-double the way Russ has the last 2 years. But if he could average 10 rebounds a game, then what's his next greatest strength? Pushing the basketball. What is LeBron's greatest strength right now in year 16? Getting into the open court on the break, because if he gets the ball in his hands full speed at 6'9", 260 pounds, can anybody in the world stop him?
No.
Nobody can. So what I'm saying is that's a dynamic duo right now if you can play fast like Lonzo likes to play.
Right.
What if Lonzo gets the ball off the backboard? What if he rebounds the basketball and then is able to push it up court with a half-court or three-quarter length pass to 23.
Right.
Then what's going to happen? Destruction is going to happen because nobody, if the point guard's back and LeBron gets a step on the point guard, you think the point guard can keep him from the rim? Nope.
No. Skip, it was reported last year, the one thing that interested LeBron about moving, going some else place, especially Philly, was his ability to play out the ball. But here's the thing. How long is LeBron willing to play out the ball if things are not going well? I understand he knows he can't realistically challenge for a championship this year. And we've seen him at other times in Cleveland play off the ball. But as soon as things starts to go haywire, guess who has the ball in their hands?
Okay, I agree.
So now when you get, Lonzo doesn't have the ball because I don't think Lonzo can play out the ball just yet. He hasn't learned how to play without the basketball in his hand. Okay, if LeBron has the ball in his hand, what does Lonzo do when he's on the court with LeBron?
If it's already scored, he just gets back on defense. That's what I'm saying. That's how they're going to play. I think they're going to play faster than anybody in the league.
But here's the thing, Skip. When you're that small, you basically got to send all guys to the... You don't have a 7-footer. You don't have a guy that you can designate to just go get the rebound. Because JaVale McGee is not going to play somewhere between 10 and 30 minutes a night. So now you're undecided. They're already talking about possibly playing Kyle Kuzma at the 5.
Yep.
Well, if you play Kyle Kuzma at the 5, that means Brandon Ingram's at the 4 or the 3, LeBron's at the 3 or the 4, and you got Rondo, Josh Hart. Skip, that's a small lineup. Somebody's going to punish him on the glass. Okay, you trying to get out in fast break, and teams are eating you alive on the offensive rebound.
Okay, but if you can just outscore teams, you can win a lot of basketball.
But you say you don't like that. Remember, because LeBron is 355th in defensive efficiency.
He just dropped in your mind, but I like that.
No.
It was actually 308, but I'll give you 355.
No, but so you said don't try and outscore. He's got to play some defense. Now you want him to appease you and make Lonzo look good.
I'm just trying to maximize the potential of a bunch of kids and a bunch of cast-offs playing with the guy in his 16th year. And the best way to do that is what Magic loves most, and it's Showtime #2 here. It's just pushing it like crazy, trying to get LeBron on as many fast break opportunities as you can provide for him.
Right.
And the one guy who can do that best is that number 2 guy right there. So I want to see Lonzo play 35 minutes a game. I want to see him become partners with 23 because I think they can be better with Lonzo than with Rondo. And I got nothing but respect for Rondo. But Rondo, we all know, is a defensive liability. What, is he 6 feet tall? I'm not even sure he's 6 feet tall.
Well,
okay, look at this other kid. He's 6'7", now 210, he says.
Yeah,
okay?
But one guy is battle-tested, which LeBron
no doubt.
loves.
I got it.
Been there, done that.
Yep.
And that's going to be but still the issue for both Rondo and Lonzo. Skip, when LeBron drives and kicks the ball, who's going to knock down that shot?
Rondo likes to play a little slower. He likes methodical. He likes setup. He likes to slice and dice.
He's a pick and roll point guard.
He's doing all that. The other guy likes to push it like crazy. It's in his blood. It's what he does best. And I also think if he's added 20 pounds, he can get to the rim more, whether he finishes or not is a whole nother question. But if he gets to the rim, then 23 is going to have more open shots.
Oh, yeah, you know 23 knocked them things down. Because you saw him on the video. I don't know if you follow him on Instagram, but he been posting.
I do not follow him on Instagram.
But he been posting. Oh, he's been a knockdown shooter.
Posting up or posting on Instagram?
He's been posting.
Oh, really?
Just check his
on IG.
Yeah. Jenny follows me. That's all I know.
Jenny,
thank you.
Jenny.
Yeah.
Stop it.
But don't you check other people's Instagrams?
No.
You just only your own?
I just check Kyler Murray's to see how close I am to him.
Just Kyler's.
Because you brought it up.
Yeah.
Right?
I'm
you
sorry,
brought it up.
I don't think you're there yet.
You started it. I'm going to finish it.
He's
I'm going to finish it.
He fights with Kyler Murray.
So, back to the drawing board. So, what's the number one issue with number 2? He couldn't shoot a lick last year. He shot 45% from the free throw line, and I will not even try to defend that because that is flat out pathetic, and that is a deal breaker. That is, you're out of the league if you keep shooting 45% from the free throw line.
You make it seem like it was only the free throw line.
Well, but
the three-point line, the mid line. Every line. If it had anything to do with shooting, he wasn't good.
He had stretches that he got hot from the three-point line, even shooting his old unconventional way from the left side of his face.
And he also had stretches where he was colder than the sun rising with an overcoat.
That is correct. I will agree with you. But I told you there was that 1 7-game stretch. What was it, kind of January to March?
They played 82 games.
Okay, but it was a 7-game stretch. When you saw him, I think he was second in the league over that stretch because he was crazy hot.
Jenny, can you add it up? What's 7% of 82? I mean, 7 of 82. What percentage?
Hey, remember, he was hurt for the end of the year. I think he only played 52 games.
Well, okay, 7 of 50.
Okay, all right. So
get my calculator.
That's 7 that's 7% for 49. That's 7%. So what?
So, Jenny, how good is 41% from the three-point line? Is that pretty good? I'd say that's pretty good.
Well, hold on, Jenny, if you don't mind me asking, when did he shoot that, Skip?
He shot that at UCLA. It was college basketball, but guess what? They went in at a 41% clip, which is really good against top-level Pac-12
If I didn't know better, I thought the UCLA was blue and gold and the Lakers are purple and gold. So I'm trying to correlate. How does what he did at UCLA help him here?
It predicts greatness.
Okay.
That's what happens. If you can do that in college basketball, you can do it in pro basketball.
Jimmer Fredette.
By the way, last night for Shanghai, he scored like 50 points.
He shot 40 times.
Hey, I don't know, but he's still firing.
You know what?
Go back and look it up. I said Jimmer Fredette would be a bust. I said it before the draft. Go look it up.
Okay, but I'm saying, but he did it in college.
Okay, so he can figure it out. He can fix it. And now he says, and I can't wait to see this tonight. I hope he gets a couple of open threes because he said he has changed his form. I can't really tell if it's from the right side of his face or sort of from the middle of his face as opposed to over here.
And you know what, Skip? The hardest thing is to do is to take what you've learned in practice and in training and implement it in actuality. So we're going to see. Now, we know in the gym, he's swishing it. But what happens fourth quarter?
Yeah.
You need it. Muscle has memory. It will revert back to what it's done.
I agree,
frequently.
especially under heat.
Exactly. Exactly.
Has the stage ever been too big for one Lonzo Ball? No,
I don't know. Well, we don't know yet because he hadn't been on a big stage. Because the last big stage he was on, you remember what De'Aaron Fox did? Okay,
and you know what had just happened to his mom? I'm not making big excuses, but I think that's a legitimate excuse. She had just had a stroke, and father and other 2 sons couldn't even go to the game. It was in Memphis versus Kentucky.
But here's the thing, Skip. the stage now is not, playing in different arenas. The stage is playing alongside that guy that's posted up in
I totally agree. There's no bigger stage in basketball than the stage 23 is standing
Even in
on.
Sacramento, even in Brooklyn or Milwaukee, it's like playing in Madison Square Garden on a nightly basis.
Okay. So I say Lonzo Ball can be a career 30, I'll say 35% three-point shooter. That's good enough.
Yeah, that's Bron level.
Yeah. That's better than Bron level.
No, Bron is 35, like 34.6.
34.
0.6, rounded up.
I
love how when it comes to LeBron, you won't do any rounding. You hold it to that. He's 34th this.
Well,
but everybody else, you round it up.
All I know is he was 355th in individual defensive win shares. That's what Shannon Sharp told me.
Hold on. What does that got to do with anything? We were talking about Lonzo.
Oh.
What
you know what? Lonzo last year was, where is he? He's 37th. He was 37th in individual defensive win shares. Think about that. He ranked 37th of all players in the league. LeBron ranked 308 in all players in defense.
If he's fortunate enough and God's blessings him and God's willing, we'll see where he is in defensive efficiency in year 15.
Okay. Well,
because I can assure you where LeBron James was when he was in his prime, because remember, he's like 6 or 7 time first team all defensive.
What tense did you just use? Past.
That's what,
was.
Oh, you know what, Skip, baby. Skip.
Was.
You ought to be checking.
Well, he was. Well, he doesn't even play any defense. I was.
Didn't he tell you he was Ed Reed?
The most astounding development I saw in the playoffs last year, LeBron played one-man zone underneath the basket and watched everybody else play man.
Didn't he tell you he was Ed Reed?
That's kind of what he plays.
Exactly.
He kind of plays like single high safety.
Yeah, and Ed Reed is the greatest safety that ever lived. So.
Okay, well, good luck to the Lakers on defense. Because the only one who plays defense is
You just said you want them to outscore everybody.
I told you it's the only way to fly.
So
it's the only way to do it.
So how do you outscore everybody?
The best way to outscore is with number 2 pushing the basketball. That's what they're going to have to figure out. And you know what? In the end, I said this last year, and I'm going to preface this year by saying it. There's something about Luke versus Lonzo that I don't like. I think there's undercurrent there, undertone of disrespect, where it got off on the wrong foot last year, did it not?
Yeah.
Because right away, Luke was pulling Lonzo at like the 6-minute mark of the first quarter and not reinserting him until mid-second quarter. So he would make him sit a whole quarter of the first half when he was the number 2 overall pick, and they obviously did not have LeBron James. And Lonzo clearly did not like it, and you know his father really, really did not like it and took shots at Luke, saying that the team was quitting on him, and I think it came from Lonzo, because I think Lonzo, I'm not saying he quit, he just didn't play very hard for Luke last year, right?
Okay, I can believe that there are stretches where he seemed uninterested.
Uninterested. So will all that change with LeBron? I think it might. I've told you that was my first statement today. Those two will be great for each other.
I hope so.
Yeah. So do I, for LeBron's sake.
Oh, no, you don't. No, you don't. You want LeBron to be miserable.
No, I don't, because I think LeBron could win MVP and a scoring title in large part if he gets facilitated by number 2.
That's not why we came to L.A. We
came for Hollywood.
We came for another title.
You came to make movies.
We came for another title, which we will get.
Michael B. Jordan, you want that title?
We will get.
What title? A championship this year?
No.
Oh, okay. No. Well, this year's the write-off year.
It ain't no write-off.
Semi-retirement year.
No. We don't do semi.
We're going to win the MVP, but we're not going to be very good year.
We're going to be good.
Okay.
Very good.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Like 55 wins good? Or
probably won't be great, but we're going to be very good.
Okay. He's backing off.
I have a good feeling about this season. I feel like we're going to have a lot of debate, a lot of discussions.
I would say.
Skip be hating.
A lot of hate. All right. Do the Eagles need to make a big trade, and are the Patriots being disrespected? We'll discuss that next.